let's talk about
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for... And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. Trey Murphy is out there with Murray. And it's Queen in at the 5 down low. And for Chicago, Corey Joseph is out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Dozier in at the 3.
Yeah, I think Murray is at his most effective when he's focused on creating plays for others.
And Anthony Simons cut his teeth under Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Stan. Some pretty good mentors.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. And I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop.
Now here's Murray. He had 15 points last outing. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And unfortunately, Coach, the Pelicans still looking for the franchise's first deep playoff run.
Yeah, just 2 playoff series wins since their arrival in New Orleans back in 2002. They've had some tremendous talents, but the stars have yet to align.
So timeout called here, the first for Chicago. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Kevin Knox is checked in for Chicago. Trey Lyles comes in for Anthony Simons. Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to the Knicks.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Lyles no good.
Well, I believe that's now 4 straight misses to start the game. Talk about stumbling out of the block.
For Chicago, they've gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Knox. He's covered by Murray. Can they get it? The Bulls with another miss.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 years start game. And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Well, it's the best night in the NBA and all across the world. New Year's Eve. Greg, do players enjoy taking the court tonight?
Yeah, most do. It comes with the territory of being a pro athlete. And I'll tell you guys what, these fans are pumped up. This is going to be a great atmosphere.
The Pelicans have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Williamson with it. Holmes covering. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. In terms of his team's scouting report, Zion Williamson is at the top of it. He raved about Zion's blend of skill and strength, telling me, I don't think there's a stronger guy in the league. Plus, he can put it on the deck and finish at an elite level. Zion is like a freight train coming right down the lane. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Bulls making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
Into the lineup for Chicago.
Here's Williamson. Rebound by the Bulls.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Jones with it. Guarded now by Morris. And it's Jones. That time in the assist by Murray.
Assist
Jones has got 7 points in the game.
Murray.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Lyles. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Poke loose.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach.
2 minutes.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Take a look at the Rockets. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now for the Bulls, they're just holding steady, but in the wrong third of these rankings. So currently toward the bottom and looking for a spark.
That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Knox. And again, Chicago. No good.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Pelicans ball.
Pelicans shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Both teams will make substitutions. They grab their own miss. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Pelicans leading by 18. Wide open look here for Murray. Again, the Pelicans score.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Shot to stop the run. Buzelis' shot is good.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving his 3-ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
Pass to Messi. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Williamson. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Tice, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
The shot's good from Bay.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Deep 2 from Murray. Offensive rebound. Over Morris. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage.
9. New Orleans 27.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
We've got Monte Morris, Daniel Tice out there with Holmes. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Dozier in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Back to Morris. Here's Tice. From outside, off the mark. New Orleans leading by 18. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Poole. Puts up a 3, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
You got to chase Poole off that 3-point line, or he will do exactly that.
Chicago calls timeout, Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change. But your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Kevin Knox is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Joseph comes in for Anfernee Simons. And Lyle subbed in for Morris. Here's Knox. 29 points for him last game against Minnesota.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without fouling.
And Chicago has possession. The Pelicans make their last shot.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Dozier can't get it to go. And it's the Pelicans' ball. A nice run going 12 in a row. And he's able to get it back. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Number one, the Bulls.
Well, they allow the fewest points per game in the league. Sometimes that can be a factor of pace. But safe to say, when you're number one, your team is elite at the defensive end.
And the confidence Poole plays with, you got to admire. He feels like he can hit from anywhere on the floor.
Here's the three. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Poole. Poole's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Inside. Lyles no good.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Tice. Buzelis is checked in for the Bulls. And Fernie Simons comes in for Trey Lyles. Bays checked in for New Orleans. Here's McGowens. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Poole the pass to McGowens. Banked in off the glass. McGowens has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Buzelis. And again, no good by Chicago.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. Well, the NBA is cutthroat. All-star Kevin Durant said, you've got to build up that dislike for guys that you're competing against. You can't be friends while you're on the court. It's a dog-eat-dog world, especially when you're at the level of greatness. You don't want anybody to take that thing you've got. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Now, here's Simon. Hasn't made one yet.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anfernee Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
Murray's checked in for Jordan Poole. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Here's Murray. And it's Chicago with the rebound, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
Yeah, and it can be deflating when you leave all those points at the line. But it generally is a make-or-miss league.
Now here's Jones. He's got 11. So much great work being done by players in this league, Coach. Herb Jones, for instance, doing a lot to help with financial literacy.
Yeah, I think sometimes, Kevin, what these guys do off the court is overlooked by people, especially maybe that are outside of the community that guy plays in at the time. But there's a lot of guys like Herb Jones who really take the time and make the effort to help people in their communities.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Trey Lyles subbed in for Corey Joseph.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Now, here's Lyons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Outside, Simons. A 3-ball. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans.
Checking in for the Pelicans, Zion Williamson.
43 seconds left in the first half of the game. Back to Murray from deep. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Knox. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And he's still scoreless in this quarter. And at this point, they can use every point they can get.
Here's Buzelis. And so it's New
At the
Orleans.
end of the first half with the score, the Bulls 15.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
43.
Hey again, everybody. So far, after the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They are completely in control of the game. And that wraps up the...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
So for New Orleans right now, Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Queen in at the center, locking down the middle. On the wing, Jones. Down low. Here's Murray. Kept alive. Shoots over Simon.
DeJounte
Murray, good. Murray's got his second basket.
Well, when he's playing with confidence, Murray can do some real damage, no matter how hard the defense comes at him.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
The Pelicans have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Well, you know, every team wants multiple Herb Jones on their roster. He can really shoot it, and Herb's wing defense is just elite.
New Orleans making a switch here. Fears is checked in. And the Bulls with another miss.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
3-pointers, Simon. And Fears pulls it down. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Murray, no good. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Bulls moving the ball around. Outside, Joseph. Dozier passes to Joseph. Takes a 3. And another miss by Chicago.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And it's Murray penetrating. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes.
What a take there by Murray. He's not afraid of getting hit on his way to the rim.
Some changes for Chicago. Daniel Tice comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And Morris subbed in for Joseph. Bays checked in for the Pelicans. Poole comes in for Herbert Jones.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And staying an All-Star back in 2022, DeJounte Murray has since been trying to regain that All-Star form.
Absolutely, Kevin. And look, the major problem, like it is for a lot of guys, has been injury. When he's healthy, this guy can really play. He's a true two-way player and can help you win games at both ends of the floor. Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
The wide open look here for Fears. Off target from three-point range. There's the drive. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Simons. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Well, yeah, you got to keep pace with Murray on the break, or this is exactly what'll happen.
Puts up a deep three.
Remaining in the third.
Pelicans pull it in. And stolen by Simons. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Fears has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Bay throws it down.
And forceful there from Bay, attacking the iron.
To the left side wing. Tice kicks to Morris. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Queen. Queen's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Murray for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Dozier. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Queen. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Murray. The shot, no good.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Simons, the pass to Morris. Back to Simons. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. And again, Chicago. No good. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Goes back up. And Fears finishes it off. Fears has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Over in the corner, Poole. No good with the triple. Buzelis with the ball. Simons from outside. Can't hit that one. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. New Orleans on top.
New Orleans 61.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Alex Len, and it's Morris in at the point guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's Hawkins. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
3.
Hawkins has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Pelicans. Fernando, the pass to Len. Here's Micic. Fires the 3. Out to Morris. Pass to Micic. Here's Len. Guarded by Jordan. Second chance shot. Len's shot is off.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Fires the 3. And there's the rebound by Micic.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Pass to Dozier. Here's Micic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Well, you look at Buzelis, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Thompson comes in for Alex Len, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Monte Morris. Back to Joseph. Lets a floater go. Here's Fernando. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Here's McGowan. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Trey Lyles checked in for Bruno Fernando.
For Chicago, Trey Lyles.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Looking to end his cold spell. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Here's Lyles. And they recover it. Ball stolen. To the paint. Here's Hawkins. A second chance effort. The shot's good from Jordan.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And Thompson kicks to Lyles. The three. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
To the middle. Here's Messi. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Hawkins passes to McGowan. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
It's stolen by Lyles. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Swiped away. 1:30 left in the game. That's tipped. Here's Jordan, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pelicans.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And they took charge when it counted, and notching their 9th win overall.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Zion Williamson's checked in for New Orleans. Poole comes in for Hawkins. And Joseph kicks to Lyles. They need this one. It's rebounded by Poole.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And Tice gets it to go. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball. And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And he makes the first.
Second team foul.
Both free throws good from Poole. From downtown, and the Bulls another three.
And we always talk about making your team